Hello, hello, hello. It is Cassandra Terry, your manifesting miracle maker, and today is Transformation Tuesday. And during today's live, I wanted to talk to you guys about the differences between transformation and goals. There's a difference, and we'll dig into that a little bit today. So, it's common that when we decide that we want to transform, we've got something in our lives that we really want to change, it's normal that we will begin to start to set some goals for ourselves, some new goals. And while goal setting is a necessary part of that process, it's not the entire process in and of itself. It's likely to move us towards the transformation that we want, but unless we're actually looking at things a little bit differently, and we'll dig into what that means, we may not actually make it over the hump. We may move in that direction, but to actually get to the transformation, we've got to move beyond just the goals. So, what's the difference? When you think about a goal, you're thinking about something that you want to accomplish. But when you think about transformation, you're thinking about who you want to become. So there's a nuance there. There's a difference. Your goals can help you move towards who you want to become, but they're not going to get you there. You have to start by being really clear about what that transformation is that you're wanting to accomplish. So that's the difference. Goals, what I want to do, what I'd like to see happen, what I want to accomplish. Transformation, who I want to become, a major change that I would like to see in my life. How do I want to show up in the world differently than the way I am right now? That's transformation. And so, in order to make those lasting changes, which is what transformation, true transformation really is, we've got to be really clear about who we're desiring to become. So, we have to get focused beyond the outcome. The outcome of the goal can be very, very temporary if we're not really looking at the why and who we're trying to become. We can meet the goal and not necessarily move very far beyond where we are right now. So that goal may not stick and lead us to pure true transformation. And let me give you an example. Let's say I decide that I want to focus more on my health and fitness. I want to become a person who is healthier, who's more fit. That would be the transformation that I'm looking for. But maybe I set a goal to run a marathon. Now, if I'm actually preparing for that marathon, I'm going to make some good choices that will lead to me potentially being healthier and fitter in the now as I'm preparing for that race. But if my goal is really outcome focused, that it's finishing that marathon, and that's what I've put all my energy and everything into, what happens once the marathon's over? If I'm not careful, I can revert right back to those decisions and to the habits and the way I was living my life before. Right. So that's why it has to be bigger. Transformation is bigger than an individual goal. Individual goals help us along the way, but that's it. They're not the true transformation. So I'm training every day. I've joined a running club. I'm eating the right things, drinking the right things. I'm making sure that I'm following a good regimen that will prepare me to run the marathon. Game day, race day comes, I show up, I run, I finish, I celebrate, I have my medal. Life is good. I've reached my goal. Now what? If I don't remember that the true goal is to become healthier and to make better choices for my health, again, I can slide right back into those old habits because the temporary focus and the temporary reward have come and gone. If in the beginning I went back to and focused on the transformation I'd like to make, now I'm making different choices all the time. Whether I decide that I'm going to run a marathon or not, I am making better food choices. I am getting more sleep. I'm making sure I'm bringing in enough water. I'm doing the things that I need to do so that my body is healthy. I'm eating things that fuel my body instead of make me sluggish or slow me down or cause me to gain unwanted weight, right? I'm focused on my health. I'm focused on my fitness. I'm focused on my well being. That's the transformation. So, if that's the focus, every time I make a decision, I've got that focus in mind. I am making decisions that align with that focus. And those things become my habits. And then my habits become my way of life. And now I have become a healthier, more focused person on my well-being. So that's different than a goal because the goal ends at some point in time. The transformation becomes a part of who you are, right? It's a part of your being now. So that's something that you take with you all day, every day, and that's the difference. So I hope you guys are tracking with me and that that's making sense, because I really want you guys to grab hold to that difference and start to think about how you're living your life a little bit differently. Sometimes we have just a short-term goal. There's nothing wrong with having goals. I may have a short term goal to run a marathon just because it's something on my bucket list. I want to see if I can push myself and do something extreme and if I can really stick to it and just get it done. That's not transformation. I'm not looking for transformation. I just have a goal that I'm trying to meet. I've done that. Yay. I celebrate and I move on to the next thing. Nothing wrong with that. That keeps our lives exciting. It keeps us motivated and moving in a particular direction. It keeps us encouraged and builds our confidence and shows us that we can accomplish things. All goodness in that. But if you're looking for true transformation, you have to look beyond the results. You can't be so focused on crossing that particular finish line, because then you get stuck with, what do I do now? Makes sense. I hope you guys are tracking with me. I see quite a few of you who have joined from Facebook, and I think there's a few on TikTok as well. Be sure to leave a comment. Any questions, I will definitely respond in real time if I see them. If I don't, hashtag replay if you catch this later, and I will be sure and respond when I get back online to your comments or questions as well. So let me ask you guys, and just drop me a comment so I can see how you're tracking. Does the difference between transformation and goals make sense to you? And maybe drop me a line or two of or and if you're interested in coming on with me, you can let me know and I can invite you in, and you can participate that way as well. I see a thumbs up from Kimberly, so I think that means that's tracking with you, Kim. Okay, that's awesome. 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 And so that's what transformation is all about. It's about a total change. Here is who I am and how I show up in the world today versus the person that I would like to be. And sometimes it may be as simple as how I want to manage stress, how I want to communicate with people that I communicate. Maybe I'm short tempered. So when things don't go my way, I pretty quickly snap. And that's not a behavior that I want to continue. So I want to transform my ability to respond in stressful situations. That's different than saying, oh, when I talk to so and so, I want to make sure that I'm nicer to her next time. Yes, I want to be nice to everybody. I want to be nicer to anyone that comes into contact with me. But if I'm really going to transform my way of communicating, I've got to get underneath where I am right now versus how I want to show up in the future. And then I can start to make decisions and changes and take steps to make the journey from point A to point B. All right. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about this morning. Transformation. Transformation Tuesday. We always talk about that change in one way or another. And that's exactly what we're saying. We are ready to make a commitment to move from how we show up in one part of our lives today to how we would like to see ourselves show up in the future. And the only way to do that is to be really, really clear. What's the transformation? How do you want to be different? Document that first and foremost, because that's truly the end goal is for something to change. And then the little goals that you set along the way to that align with that are ways that you can measure it. There are ways that you have milestones that you can celebrate, but those are goals versus the transformation that you're trying to get to. And I think we almost use those interchangeably right now. People are so focused on individual goals that they don't have a good reason or a good understanding of why they even want to accomplish that goal. It's that transformation that's underneath that big thing that you're wanting to see different. That's your why. And when you know what your why is, you will keep going when things don't make sense, when you're too tired, when you just don't feel like it. Your why will keep you moving. The why you want to run that marathon, it's because I want to be healthier. I want to have a more nourished lifestyle where I'm taking care of myself, mind, body, and spirit. If I run a marathon, I can't just do that physically. There's some emotional, there's some mental, there's some spiritual aspects because I've got to keep myself going when I've hit that mile marker that's beyond farther than I've ever run before. And my legs are heavy and my feet are throbbing, and my mind is saying, girl, you're crazy. Stop. Nobody's going to care. You can just walk the rest of the way and this can be done. Call somebody to pick you up and it can be over. When those messages start to flood you because your body is in panic saying, we've got to abort mission, that why, that transformation is what will keep you going. So be very, very clear about that. Bridget, I know you guys are on from your company. If we look at it from a business standpoint, you guys may have, let's say you have a sales goal. You want to generate X amount of sales in this quarter. That could be your goal. That's great, and everybody can rally around that and try and meet the goal. Everyone know what their portion, their part of that happening is. You know how many customers you need to see in order to have a good shot at getting to that number. You can break your goal down and really understand what it's going to take. But if you want to be a company that's successful all the time, where you're always striving to hit your goals, you've got to get bigger. You have to get under the why and what the transformation is. Who do you want to be as a company? Maybe you want to be a company that is consistently able to hire and bring on top talent and have a growth model for them so that they stay and they invite other top talent to join you. Maybe you want to be a company that can connect to your community, and because you've got a good healthy bottom line, you can do something in the community around you to thank and support them for being a part of who you of what you are accomplishing as a company. When you guys get a good why beyond the goals that you have, people buy in more. They're more connected to what it is you're trying to accomplish, and you'll see your teams rally around you, work harder, be more efficient, pour into what the company is trying to accomplish because it's more than just the bottom line. So if you're a company with a strong why, you're probably also a company that has a really good community and a really loyal employees, and everybody's jumping in and jumping on and doing those things together. So just to put a little, just to take a little bit of a different turn with it, because I know you and some of the members of your company have been signing on this week. Just a way for you guys to think about it. I know it's early in your morning. If it was today, what do you want to accomplish today as an office? And then, so that's the goal. And then why do we want to accomplish that? What is it that we're really trying to make different in our environment for our employees? What are we trying to do? If you can answer those questions and then tie your goals to things like that, watch how fast you meet them and how much your employees and the team members and everyone around you support them. Your transformation is so much bigger than a goal. That's the message for today, is know the difference. A goal is what it is you want to accomplish. Transformation is who you want to become. So that's it, guys, for our Transformation Tuesday. I thank you guys so much for joining in. I see on Facebook, Bridget is here, Tangela, Cliff, Alicia, my mom, Joanne. Thank you guys so much for joining in. I appreciate it. Let me see if I can see who's with me. I see Michelle and Keith on TikTok. Thank you guys for joining as well. And I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, so we're 7 a.m. again. Tomorrow is Wake Up Wednesday. And on Wake Up Wednesday, we talk about being intentional. Good morning, Kim. We talk about being intentional, not just living our lives on autopilot. So that's what we'll do tomorrow, 7 a.m. Central. It will be Wake Up Wednesday. If you guys catch this after the live is over, hashtag replay and leave your comments. I am available on just about any form of social media that you can imagine. Some you guys are watching from Facebook and TikTok and LinkedIn and YouTube. Um, I think that's the majority of the places. And I have my blog as well. So please like, share, and follow. We are building a community here where we get together every day for somewhere between 15 to 30 minutes. Sometimes it may go a little longer if I really get revved up, but I'm trying to keep it shorter because I know you guys have jobs to get to, and so do I. But this is the highlight of my day, spending some time with you all, talking about the things that can help us enrich our lives, reach our goals, and become the people that we want to be. So that's it. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and I will see you guys tomorrow for Wake Up Wednesday. Thanks, everyone.